Imagine buying your absolute dream home, spending $1.4 million, and before you can even unpack a single box, you get a letter from someone who claims they are hiding inside your walls. And it gets worse. They don't just want you out, they want your kids. This isn't a horror movie. In 2014, the Broaddus family bought 657 Boulevard in New Jersey. They thought they hit the jackpot. Instead, they walked directly into a real-life psychological trap set by an anonymous stalker known only as the Watcher. This person knew their kids' names, their birth order, and they literally wrote, "If you were upstairs, you would never hear them scream." Tonight, we are diving into the most unhinged, unsolved stalking case in American history. And by the end of this video, you're going to be checking your own locks. Westfield, New Jersey is the kind of wealthy, picturesque town where literally nothing bad happens. Until June 2014, Derek Broaddus is at the new house checking the mail. He finds a white typed envelope addressed to the new owner. He opens it, expecting a welcome to the neighborhood card. Instead, he reads this: 657 Boulevard has been the subject of my family for decades now. I have been put in charge of watching and waiting for its second coming. Why are you here? I will find out. Derek's blood runs cold, but then the letter goes from weird to deeply malicious. The writer starts talking about his 3 young children. I see already that you have flooded 657 Boulevard with contractors. Miserable move. You don't want to make 657 Boulevard unhappy. You have children. I have seen them. So far, I think I have counted 3. Do you need to fill the house with the young blood I requested? Young blood. Let that sink in. Derek flees the house, races home to his wife Maria, and calls the cops. The police are completely stumped. They tell the family, "Don't tell a soul. The person who wrote this is probably staring at you right now." 2 weeks later, letter number 2 arrives. And this time, the Watcher proves they are right outside. They list the children's specific nicknames and their exact order of age. So who was it? The police started looking at the neighbors, and things got incredibly bizarre, incredibly fast. Suspect number 1, the creepy neighbors next door. The Langfords lived mere feet away. Michael Langford was an eccentric guy who had lived there since the 1960s, perfectly fitting the timeline of watching for decades. Cops interrogate him. Nothing. No evidence. Then a DNA test on the envelope reveals something crazy. The DNA belongs to a woman. Suspect number 2, the goth video gamer. A private investigator hired by the family finds a man down the street who stays up all night playing dark, massive multiplayer online games. His username? The Watcher. But when police raid his life, he has a bulletproof alibi. Suspect number 3, the internal threat. This is where the internet went absolutely feral. By 2015, the Broaddus family is completely broke and losing their minds. They are paying a massive mortgage on a house they are too terrified to step foot in. They try to sell it, but the news has leaked. The house is toxic. Nobody wants it. And that's when the entire town of Westfield turns on them. The community starts whispering a crazy theory. What if Derek and Maria wrote the letters to themselves? People claimed they had buyer's remorse, realized they couldn't afford the $1.4 million price tag, and fabricated a stalker to legally back out of the sale or score a massive Hollywood movie deal. But think about the math here. To pull off this hoax, Maria Broaddus would have had to secretly use a random woman's DNA on the envelope, deliberately tank her own financial credit, destroy her family's reputation, and subject her kids to actual psychological trauma. It makes no sense. Or does it? In 2019, defeated, terrified, and financially ruined, the Broaddus family finally sold the house for a massive $400,000 loss. The new buyers moved in. They were fully warned about the psycho stalker. But here's the craziest part of the entire story. The new family has lived there for years, and they have never received a single letter. The watcher got exactly what they wanted. They kept the Broaddus family out. To this day, the case is completely cold. The DNA has never been matched. The typewriter has never been found. Which means whoever wrote those letters is still out there, walking the streets of Westfield. Maybe watching a brand new house. If you got that first letter, would you have packed up and run, or stayed and fought? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next deep dive into the unexplained. And whatever you do, check your mail.